Last Sunday, I was listening to BBC Radio 6 Music. Jarvis Cocker's got a show. Have you heard it? It's gentle and funny and thought-provoking. Really, it's everything you want out of a Sunday afternoon listen. Anyway, Mr. Cocker was interviewing Peter Saville, who is the art director, graphic designer and general frontal lobes in charge of the look of Factory Records. Factory Records were the independent record label that gave us New Order, Joy Division and the Happy Mondays. In this interview, Peter Saville was expressing the power of pop. Now, this is something I've been thinking about for years. When I first started writing fiction, I was obsessed with the experimental and the difficult. It's what we were taught. Now, I'd kind of made my peace with dying in obscurity because I was going to write experimental and difficult fiction. But as the years have gone by, I've actually begun to realise the power of pop. In these times, when certain issues are being boiled down to simplified and often totally wrong rhetoric, I believe that the power of pop can deliver us by offering a positive message, but also to be able to deliver complex issues. So here we are, this fortnight's book. The Red Virgin, and the Vision of Utopia by Mary-Ann Talbot and Brian Talbot. The Red Virgin is a graphic novel. Graphic historical novel. Graphic historical biography. Graphic tale, historical novel, biography, graphic. Let's just go with graphic novel. You may or may not have heard of this book, but I implore you to go and find it. It is, to my mind, something complicated and rich being put into a pop format. Crucially, it's something that you can reread over and over again, and that is a gold standard, a galaxy class standard of quality. So in the great listicle tradition, here are 5 reasons why you should go out and buy this book. Reason number 1. I think it says quite a lot about this book that one of the strongest reasons for buying it is also one of the weakest, and that is the artwork. In the best comic book tradition, whole spreads are utilised for large-scale, almost slow-motion effects. The smallest and largest of things are shown. It must have taken hundreds of hours. Reason number 2. This book is well researched, and like all the best art, it shows its workings in a non-po-faced, accessible way. The sources are listed, and there is an exhaustive annotation section. Reason number 3. This book is a great work of feminist literature. It easily passes the Bechdel test. It shows women both young and old that their heroes have always been there, stuck between the pages of history, and that if you look close enough, for any feminist or feminist ally, you can find those women. In fact, they're in this book. This is not history, this is shestory, or more appropriately, ourstory. Reason number 4. This is a small one, but anything which is dedicated to Iain M. Banks has got my vote. And as it says, friend and sorely missed creator of socialist utopias, the culture universe, which I think is the gold standard, the galaxy class standard, remember, of science fiction. I think it's the best science fiction that's been written so far, is set in an anarchist socialist utopia. In short, this book Ian M. Banks's books are, on a large scale, about hope. I think we can all get behind that. Reason number 5. This book, this story, teaches so many great historical lessons. Lessons which we can apply for our time. It shows us how to overcome difference and, crucially, how not to overcome difference. It shows us how revolution works, and it shows us how revolution does not work. It shows us that our greatest ally is sympathy and, more importantly, empathy. Which brings us back to Peter Saville. This book shows us that hard, complicated concepts and lessons in human nature really can be put across in a pop way. Go find a copy. It's really good.